this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com, and tonight I'm going to go over the market. Boy, oh boy. You know what? I haven't looked at this since the close today. I was looking at the market this morning when I was trading. I haven't taken a look at it since the close. Honestly, this is not what I expected the market to do. When I looked at the market this morning, I said in my trading room, we are breaking over the base. Okay, with the SPYs, we were breaking over the base. And before we even did that, when I looked at the buy setup that we did yesterday, this morning, before we even broke over the base, okay, I said today we have to do it. Today we have to break over the base if we're going to go higher. Today we must do it if we're going to do it. We have to do it today. We must if we're going to go higher. We did then. Pre-market, before the market opened, the SPYs and the Q, well, no, the Qs didn't, but the SPYs traded above the base. And the Qs were right there, and I felt they were going to go over it. Now they did, all right. They didn't go anywhere then. 48. 48. There it is right there. Do you see that? The high of this bar is 67.47. The high over here is 67.48. All we did today was rallying the resistance. I've been so focused on this whole mass of price action in here. After the bullish day, after the big bullish gap, after this green bar, after the pull-in that was stair-step casing down, after we did a buy setup, I was giving him more time to rest. Then we did a buy setup again. I said, this is it. We have to go. And look what we did today. We ran into a resistance area, and we couldn't get above it. You know, I am backing off now on my bullish stance, which the market almost had me convinced. I was convinced. I was 99.99999% there that we were going to rally up now and recover. And after today, my answer is no for the moment, okay? And we're going to come back in here and retest this area. We're going to come back in here and retest this area, and I did feel that we were going to do that at some point, but then after we stair-step cased in and held, stair-step cased in and held, I said, fine, we're not going to do it. But now after today, I'm convinced that we will. We're going to come in here. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know if we'll do it in a gap. I don't know if we'll trade down there. I think it's going to be, it's when it happens, it's going to happen hard. That's what I actually think is going to happen. I think it's going to happen on a hard red bar. And I hope that it happens during a trading day and not on the gap. Okay, it's either going to happen in a gap by a crash down and it's going to open down there, or we're going to trade down there in a hard bar. And I actually think we're going to trade down there in a hard bar. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but I think we're going to trade down there in a hard bar. And I think that people are going to be upset. People are going to be upset because some people bought in here. Some people bought in here. A lot of people were more than, you know, were 150% convinced we were going higher after this bar and after this gap. There's no way that we should be doing two buy setups and not carrying through with it. Absolutely not. No way. This market is so sideways now. This market is so sideways, so congested, and it's so difficult to play unless you're trading something like I do, like apps. How are you getting a good read on anything, all right? If you're looking for the market to give you a read, you're getting nothing, all right? And I was almost convinced in the fact that we were going to go higher in the Qs, and I'm no longer convinced. We're going to retest back in here. We are going to come back in here now. And after that, we have to see if we hold there or how we trade. You know, originally I said I thought we'd break under this and come down here. And with all the way we're holding, I thought we'd go higher, but this is taking way too long. This is taking way too much time. These bars are not big enough green to convince me that they want to go anywhere with any buying. If I look at these bars separately, I say, wait a minute. Where are the buyers? What's going on? Where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the buyers? Small green, doji, inky green, small green, small green, small green. There's no big green bars in here. There's no big green bars in here. There's more sideways, neutral, range trending, range trading in here than I've seen in a long time. Even these bars over here when it was in congestion area. See, look at this. Even here, there was playable moves, short or long, in this congestion. Look at the way we've been. This is since basically the beginning of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days of trading in this tight range. People are getting chopped up. I've been lucky to find good stuff to trade. I've really been lucky to find good stuff to trade. I haven't gotten the moves and stuff that I wanted to, but at least I found stuff that works. And, you know, I'm ready to get some moves and some things. I mean, I want to get a move, a nice solid move in a gap and in the market. And I think the move's going to be down. I think it's going to be a hard red bar into here. We're going to have to see what it does. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com, and I'm looking at the QQQs. This is Thursday night, January 17th. I was convinced that we were going higher, and I am not convinced for the moment anymore. The way that we have traded in the last 12 trading days is not bullish to me now. I'm back on thinking that we just rallied up to resistance and we're congested and we're tight. And I think if we go higher before we do anything, we're going to come drop right into here again. And we'll see how we bounce off of that. If we bounce off of that and push up higher and do it, fine. If we come down here in a raging red bar, we could crash all the way down into here, and then we're not going to make it back up. We're not going to make it back up, and we would have killed this bullish gap here. And specifically, if we get rid of this green bar, we're definitely lower. So I have to see what happens. I'm going to really watch it tomorrow. Something's going to happen tomorrow. Something is going to happen tomorrow. I believe we have a trading day tomorrow that gives something. We've been tight out, tight in here, small bars. I think tomorrow we're going to have a day with a solidness about it. That's going to close with a solidness about it. And my bias is bearish at the moment for this day tomorrow. So we'll see where we gap in the morning. Lots of econ out. Going to watch it when I get up and read it as I call it. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com. If you're interested in the Stock Swoosh trading room, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks, and have a great night.